live. Alasdair, thank you very much. So, as I promised today, we are live, 7 p.m. Romanian time, 5 p.m. UK time. So, if you are an entrepreneur or you are a business person and you want to be inspired and you want to learn something from experts, from international experts around the world, if you want to live your life with passion, if one of your core value is constant education, then you are the right person at the right time, the right place with the right people. You are a business person and you want to one core value is constant. Hi, I can hear on my Facebook. So guys, thank you very much. And I really, really appreciate that you are here. I really appreciate that you took your time to be here today with us. We will make the best out of it so that you spend quality time with us, maybe learning something new, and to have as much value as we can give it to you. I am Corina Nikita, and I bring value to Millionaire Mindset Inspiration community in Romania, a community of business owners, entrepreneurs, people who believe in education, people who want to learn together, who want to grow together, and who want to work together, make businesses together. And the value I bring today is my guest who is a successful entrepreneur from United Kingdom. His business is in London, and he's the author of the book, Whatever It Takes, from a negative skeptic to a successful property investor, right? It is an honor, it is my pleasure to present you today Alasdair Cunningham. Thank you, Alasdair, for being here today with us.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me on. It's an honor to be on, so thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
That's good. That's a win-win situation. I hope it is a win for our guest today. Thank you for watching. So, Alasdair, let's start with the beginning. Who are you and what is your business about?
Okay, so as Corina said, my name is Alasdair Cunningham. I am a property investor and property entrepreneur here in London in the UK. And I basically run property businesses and generate income through active income and through passive income. And it's not always been that way though. So I since a very young age, since 22 years old, I've been in business, and I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit, that entrepreneurial mindset. Like, if you've got it, you know you've got it because it just burns in you. It's just there. It's just fighting to get out all the time, and I've always had that. So like, I've been involved in 14 businesses, and some have been successful, some have not been. But every single one that I've done, I've learned from. So that's basically me. I'm a property entrepreneur, property investor, business owner. I'm involved in multiple businesses. I do a lot of speaking around the UK. I do a lot of, I've spoken internationally in front of thousands of people, and I like to, because I've been in a bad place, so I've come from like not being very successful to being successful. I love like giving back. So when I get invited to speak on stage, I'll jump at the opportunity because I know that if there's one person in the audience that hears me speak and they get value from what I've seen and they've said, actually, do you know what, if he's done it, I can do it, then that's what I'm here for. And that's where I met yourself at various training for speaker training. So yeah, that's me, essentially, that's me.
Thank you, Alasdair. Oh, that's amazing. So many businesses before, some successful, some didn't.
Yeah.
Some wasn't so successful, but you learn a lot of lessons. That's why you are here today. And yes, I met you in India, 2019, as a speaker, a very, very powerful speaker training. And yeah, that's where we met. And yes, we love to give value to other people. We love to give back. we love to encourage people. Awesome. So Alasdair, we are here in this May 2020. What an interesting year this 2020, isn't it?
It certainly is. Well, it's actually the 1st of June today. So yeah, it has been a very interesting year. It feels like it was just Christmas, like literally a month ago. So it's gone very, very fast. Obviously, we're all in the midst of this sort of pandemic, COVID-19. But it is devastating as it's been, and obviously there's been deaths and all that sort of stuff, so that's devastating. But as an entrepreneur, this is actually giving us the gift of time. So you can look at it, you can be negative about it, because believe me, the old Alasdair would have been very negative about it. I would have been so downbeat, so like negative, very skeptical about it, very much, this is just rubbish, like what's happened to us. But I've turned it around, and because I'm so much more positive now this is, for me, this is an opportunity to get time, because time is the one commodity we cannot get back. Like, you can get anything else back in life, but you cannot get time back. So we've been given the gift of time over the last 3 months. So as I say, you can either use that time wisely, or you can sit on your backside watching Netflix. I know what I've been doing. I've been educating, I've been learning, I've been tidying all my businesses up, making sure that I'm the best I can possibly be. I've even like down to my health. Like I've started a new health regime, and I'm losing weight, and it's so like I'm using this time incredibly wisely. But yeah, the year has flown by. So how have you been coping in this awkward or unconventional times?
Oh, thank you for saying this. And since you remind that today is the 1st of June, today is the day, the International Day of All Children, right?
Okay.
Oh, let's say happy birthday to all of them. May they be safe and inspired. Happy birthday to all of us, because we are all children inside some grown-up adults, right?
Yeah.
We have here Tom Cook. He's here with us. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom. How you doing, my friend? I know Tom very well.
Yeah, and we also have Elena here. Thank you guys for being here. Great. So you spend this time, so it was an opportunity to grow, opportunity to learn, and also an opportunity to take care of your physical body, to get yourself in shape. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Like, do you know what? Before you go on, I've actually made it a bit of a mission of mine to try and. The thing is, throughout all my businesses, I've always put business before health. Always have done, and you find many entrepreneurs do that because they're so focused on making money and they're so focused on building a business that they neglect their health. And I'm guilty of that. And like just in this COVID-19 lockdown, I've lost like 8 kilograms. So like I've lost quite a bit of weight as well. So, and it's just because of, it's this, I'm changing this. I've changed my mindset about things, and I've changed just how I think about things and things like that. And it's just because I've been given the gift of time, because like entrepreneurs are busy. Like, you know, we're busy people. We're always like doing stuff, and we just don't get time. But now we've got that, so make the most of it, I say.
That's awesome. Congratulations. I know some people did this also, so that's amazing. How important, but you also touched, not responded to my next two questions. Oh, Alasdair, how important is education in business? And I'm not talking only about technical education, but I'm talking about personal development. How important is to develop yourself as a person? Is this valuable to the business? And this was the question about education, and how important is to work on your mindset?
Do you know, there are 2 subjects that I ignored for years. I really did. I completely ignored them for My first business was when I was 22. And then I went through until I was early 30.
What was about at 22, your first business?
My first business. So but my trade is I'm a bus and coach mechanic. So I fix commercial vehicles. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it, but it was never going to make me rich. It was always going to give me a good income, but it was never going to make me wealthy. So I went through our phase, got out of it, and then I then started learning about the mind, because like I went through some very dark periods of my life, because like when I was in my early 30s, 31, 32, 33 years old, my business was failing and I was on the verge of losing my business. And as a result, the business did fail in the end. And that sent me to quite a dark place, because I was used to being the provider, like I go out, I earn money, I do what I've got to do to provide. But now I'm in a situation where I've got no income coming in and I'm completely mind blank. I couldn't think about what I want to do. Like I had no drive, I had no ambition. Like my entrepreneurial mind had like vanished, it'd gone. It just, there was nothing there. And no matter how much I racked my brains trying to come up with the next business idea, couldn't do it. And then I embarked upon I don't want to say journey because I don't like that word, but then I embarked upon a process of education. And that involved me actually attending a free seminar. So I went to a free seminar, no cost to go. And I ended up doing training, and then I joined a mentoring program, and that completely changed my technical aspect of the business of property, but also up here. And in there, it changed there and there, because I was a very hard, very negative, downbeaten person. Like I believed that nobody would do anything for anybody else unless they were getting paid a lot of money for it. I believe that you hear all these speakers say, I'm just here to give back. And I was like, that's BS. That's utter bull. You're here to make money, so don't lie about it. But I've changed that, because now I'm in that position where actually I do want to give back, because I've been in a position where I was very downbeat and very negative, but then I turned it around by getting the correct education, and by fixing that, now I see so many people were where I was then, and I know they can get out of it, but they've just got to change that. So yeah, I'm a massive believer in education. Like I've just done a YouTube video about this morning, okay? In the last 3 years, I've spent over £50,000 on education, on self-education with regards to technical and my mind, Millionaire Mind Intensive, Train the Trainer, Making the Stage. They were all like such important courses that I done. And unless you've, like, for instance, you'll know this, Making the Stage, unless you've done it, you can't feel it unless you've done it. And if anyone's watching this has done it, you get me, right? You get what I'm saying. It's one of these programs, it's very difficult to explain to somebody, because if you tried to, well, one, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to ruin it for them. But if I did try to, they're like, no way. No way. And I'm like,
no,
yeah.
You're crazy. You're
Yeah.
crazy. Did you smoke something? Or yes.
Yeah, they just don't get it. But for my mindset, that completely, yeah. And like, you know Sarah Tavira? Do you know Sarah?
Yes, I sent her the invitation.
Oh, well, if you're watching Sarah, hey, if you're watching
I
Sarah,
hope she will be here and to see her.
Well, Sarah was always telling me, because she's done Making the Stage as well, and she was always telling me that, she was always saying, Alasdair, you'll love it, you'll love it, you'll love it, just go and do it, just go and do it. And she told me that there'll be a point throughout the program that it'll hit me. And that did happen. It hits you. And it hits you so hard, you don't know what to do. And that happened to me in India. And yeah, it was, honestly, I can't explain it, but if you've been there, you get this, because it's such a life-changing program. It really is. So yeah, I truly believe 100% in self-education. I believe in personal development, and I would spend every single penny of that £50,000 again, without even questioning it.
Thank you, Alasdair, for this sharing with us. I would spend the same every single money, a huge amount for this personal development, so that I spent in the last 6 years, but especially in the last 2 years, like you said, Millionaire Mind Intensive, many times it is a gift for your mind. It absolutely changes the way you're thinking, changes the way you look at the world, at the people, at the businesses. Blair Singer and his trainers and what they are doing as master facilitator and making the stage, yes, you're right. You cannot tell. You cannot explain. It is a very, very powerful experience that transformed you, transformed your brain, transformed every cell of your body. And we are a proof example, at least I am a proof example that this happens. That's why I'm here today talking with you.
Well, it's funny because I went to Millionaire Mind Intensive in April 2019, just last year, and I met Arnon Barnes there. Arnon?
Yes, Arnon was, we had in Romania only one Millionaire Mind Intensive last year in July, and Arnon was the speaker, yes.
Wow, like I met Arnon last April 2019, and like I was looking at this guy and I was like, wow, like he's quite a powerful guy. And like I've now run events with Arnon. Me and him I've been his assistant trainer, and we've trained on the same stage together now. So it's like, it's just, this world will open up opportunities for you if you take them. But the thing is, where I see a lot of people sort of not fail, but where I see a lot of people stop is they're too busy holding the fence up. They're too busy sat on the fence, looking, being an observer, instead of being an action taker. And one thing that Arnon taught me to do is to just go for it and just take action. And like I'm so humbled, honored, privileged to have spoken at the same events that Arnon's spoken at and shared a stage with him and things like that. So it's like massively like humbling, and like, yeah, he's an inspirational guy, and I learned a lot off him. So
yes. Thank you. Yes, thanks. Success Resources indeed has inspirational trainers. And when you think they all been trained by Blair Singer, I think I'm blessed to be part of Blair Singer's team of trainers around the world.
Yeah, good. Blair's an awesome guy as well. Yes,
Itzhak is here with us. Hi, Itzhak. I'm so happy to see you guys here. I'm so happy that you are here. Thank you very much. I keep switching from my Zoom to my Facebook Live to see you and to say hello to you, and thank you for being here. Alasdair, like you said, entrepreneurs and business owners are really, really busy people, and the stress level is up, and the thing changes so fast, maybe the condition of the environment, and you have to take quick actions and quick decisions that could affect the life of so many people. And I want to ask you, do you have some success habits? Do you have some kind of rituals to keep your stress level down and your good energy up and your mind very clear? If you do something like this, and please share with us, because successful business people, they have successful habits, rituals, absolutely. So we want to know yours.
Well, let me tell you, right? Okay, we're all in lockdown, or we're coming out of it, whatever, but we've been in lockdown. Now, a lot of people have not been doing much in lockdown. They've just been utilising the fact that they're off work. One of the habits I picked up when it comes to staying motivated during lockdown, because it's very, very easy to go, it's very easy to get down. It's very easy to be depressed. It's very easy to just say, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. So one of the things I've done whilst in lockdown is I've not changed my routine. It's still the same as if I was at work, as if I was speaking at events. It's still the same. I still get out of bed every day at the same time. I have I have a shower every single day, and I get dressed as if I'm going to work. Like I don't I don't sit around in sort of lounge wear. I make sure that I'm dressed every single day. And I know that sounds really petty, but for me, that's the routine that I've got into of staying in the mindset of actually I'm going out to do some work. And things like I've been making sure I'm eating healthy because I think it's really important. Trying to get out and about, staying positive, and just staying in contact with people that are like-minded, like not being that person that just shies away from everybody. So every single day I've been doing Zoom calls. Every single day I've been doing Facebook Lives with other people that are on our training programs and people that are successful as well. And just trying to stay in touch with them. And if I sense they're down, try and lift them up a little bit. And likewise, when I speak to them, it lifts me up a little bit and it keeps me going. But that's sort of habits that I've been into. But some more success habits is I've really picked up on reading during this lockdown. I've really picked up on reading books and actually educating as much as possible. I believe the more you learn, the more you will learn. So I believe in education drastically. But habits-wise, get out of bed on time. I get dressed every day properly. Even though we've been in lockdown, a lot of people have been staying in pajamas. I don't do that. And just trying to eat healthy, read books, stay positive, connect with people like yourself and on positive sort of forums, things like that. And just try and keep my mind active as much as possible. So that's pretty much it, really.
Thank you for sharing with us. I have a next question, but before, because you inspired me, Alasdair, tell us like 2 or 3 books you would recommend for everybody who's watching us right now, for a business owner. What are the 2 or 3 books that you recommend? Except yours, okay? Oh, and the Russell one.
That's 2 out the window. Okay, so I'm Grant Cardone, 10x, the Grant Cardone's book. Just say that. I'll show you this book. 1 second.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Show us the books, because I think, yes, when it's time, when you receive the gift of time, it is also a gift, a time for you to educate yourself and to read whatever helps you going forward. Okay, so show us, please.
Right. So these are the 3 books that I'm about to start reading, and in no particular order. I've not read them yet, but these are my next 3. So Mind Power. It's by John Kehoe. I went to a success resources event in South Africa 2 years ago.
Put it closer to see the author. So
John Kehoe.
John Kehoe. Okay. Mind Power.
Now, I went to Success Resources event in South Africa a couple of years ago, and I went to meet Robert Kiyosaki there. We had some platinum tickets where we got to have a little sit-down dinner with him and about 30 or 40 other people. And the assistant trainer was a chap called Robin Banks.
Yes. I know Robin Banks. We just yes, just saw him. Yeah.
That's his signature.
Oh, great. Yes, he talks a lot about mindset.
Yeah, he gave me that book and I've never read it, but I'm going to read it now. So that was Robin Banks. Do you know what? I remember he was such an amazing guy. He's so funny and he's so good at being an assistant trainer. Like he knows how to keep an audience very much so. So that's that one. This one as well. It's Ann Wilson, The Wealth Chef.
Ann?
So Ann Wilson.
It's a she.
Yeah, Ann Wilson.
Oh, that's great.
Again, that was it. The same event that Robin Banks was speaking at. She does Success Resources speaking circuits. And then ever so obviously, Robert Kiyosaki, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer. After I've done this one, I'm going to read Robert Kiyosaki's Fake Money, Fake Gurus, all that sort of stuff. So they're the books I'm about to start reading. I've actually just finished reading Russell's book, so that my next one, I don't know which order I'll do them in, but I'll do them. But I like to try and, it's difficult because I do enjoy reading. But when I'm at work and when I'm busy, I do like, I speak at an event every single week, pretty much, sometimes for 2, sometimes for 3 days, every single week, from anywhere from 100 to 700 or 800 people. So I'm very busy when it comes to speaking events. Plus, I'm trying to run 2 other businesses whilst not speaking. So I don't always get time to read as much as I would like to. So I need to make a bit more time for that, perhaps. But yeah, so we'll see what happens.
That's great books. Thank you. I'm impressed that we have now a book written by a lady. I know there are still some great ladies speakers in Blair Singer Training Academy that they just launched on this Sunday on a book on Amazon. So I'm really happy that we have this. Women speakers, women writers about leadership, about businesses. And you said that in this lockdown, it was really helpful for you to be in contact with people with high energy, like-minded people. And I absolutely agree, because it was a time of great opportunity with me, but just because of this, because I had constantly Zoom calls, Zoom meetings with people who dreams, who are talking about businesses, who want to work together. We've been in project together, and this is really something that keeps you going, and keeps you going like this, with a smile on your face and with faith and a lot of energy.
Certainly, I agree with you entirely.
Business people says that business is a sport team. You cannot do it alone. Don't do it alone. It's too difficult and it doesn't last. It doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So what can you tell us about your team? What qualities do the people have? What qualities are you looking for in people you are working with? What's a team for you?
Well, I agree with the thing. If you're going to, it's very difficult alone. All my businesses prior to what I'm doing now were always on myself. Yeah, I agree with it. You've never got anybody to talk to or bounce ideas off. So the company I'm involved with now, we employ over 40 people, and we've got such a varied background and a varied skill level, but they're all individually amazing people. So I've got 2 companies I'm involved with. One company we employ 4 people, one company we employ over 40. And the skills that we are looking for really is, it's not about formal qualification. It's not about university degrees. It's about mindset and it's about attitude. Because I would far rather somebody with the right attitude but not the qualification, over somebody that's got the qualification but a bad attitude. Because attitude's everything, mindset's everything, outlook is everything. And you can teach skills, but you can't teach somebody to not be a dick. Like, you just can't. Like, some people have just got that in them. And some people, like, I would rather have somebody who's got a can-do attitude, somebody that wants to learn, somebody that's open-minded, somebody that wants to get involved, somebody that works by code of honor. Like, one of our rules in our code of honor is never abandon a teammate in need. So, like, you never abandon somebody when they're in need, irrespective of what you've got going on. If they need you, that's it. They need you, and that's just one of them. We've got 10. And
10 commands.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, honestly, when we're looking to employ, it's more about. It's more about the person, their mindset, their drive, their ambition, their willingness to help, their willingness to go above and beyond a paycheck. So, like, if you ever come to me and say, "Oh, I can't wait because it's Friday," that is the wrong thing to say to anyone. Because for me, every day is like, when you love what you do, when you love it, like, every day is a weekend. There's no such thing as come Friday night, oh great, it's the weekend. Because, like, if you've ever seen me speak on stage, I love speaking on stage. I love it. And that's, like, I'm so passionate about it that I would do it 7 days a week. You would not stop me. And we want the same sort of work ethic through our members of staff, and that's why we always encourage them to grow and encourage them to lead, and then we'll support that. But yeah, don't ever say to me, I can't, like, it's Friday. Yeah, you roll on Friday. That's the wrong thing to say to me. So it is what it is. So.
Wow. Yes, it's true. Yes, the people are really, really important. Team spirit is really important. Simon Sinek, he also used to say that you can teach people business, technical skills, but you cannot really teach attitudes, or at least working with the mindset of people. It's a long process, and that people, that man, that woman, he has to be, or she has to be willing to work, willing to understand that there is a battle here.
Yeah.
There is a battle in your head, and you have to win this battle, and you gotta work a lot with yourself. You gotta get to that point where you like yourself, you trust yourself, and this happens together with like-minded people.
Yeah, I agree with that. Blair Singer calls them little voices. So you'll see little voices, they can overrun you if you're not careful, and you have to get them under control very, very quickly.
True. I just did a live this morning about some voices in my head, because we have sometimes orchestras, right?
Yes.
Singing there, and we got to do something about it in order to move forward.
Of course, like, it's amazing how many of my sort of friends or people that I know that are not in business, they say the things like overnight success, and that you've suddenly got successful. Like, there's no such thing as overnight success. Like, every entrepreneur I know, every single entrepreneur I know, and every successful business person, they have all got voices. Every single one of them. They've all got doubts, they've all got negativity, they've all got fears, they've all got issues. But what makes them different to the person that's not being successful is that the entrepreneurs is, in spite of all of that, they've still pushed on. That's the difference. They've not let that stop them. And to be honest, once I controlled my little voices, and once I got to that point where, as they teach you at, I can't remember where they taught me this. They say, I think it was MMI, I love you, I respect you, I just don't give a rip what you think about me. Once you can say that, and you can actually mean it from the heart, not just say the words. Once you can say to somebody,
again. Please say it again.
I love you, I respect you, I just don't give a, I'm not going to say it, rip what you think about me. They use the F word, but I'm not going to say that. But it's true. Once you can get to that point, then it opens up a whole lot of opportunity for you. It really, really does. And anyone that tells you there's overnight success, they're lying to you. They really are, because entrepreneurs have had to work their ass off for years to get where they're at, and you've only seen a little bit of it. Like, you don't see the whole thing. You don't see, like, you don't see the whole journey of me. Like, I might have just been popped up in your Facebook, and you're like, who's this? Like, who's this guy that's suddenly got businesses that are doing well and making all this money? Like, but they don't see the 10, 15 years of hard work behind you. And likewise, it's for everyone. So, yeah.
It's true. It's a lot of work with your mindset, which is not easy at all. But when you get the results, you say, I would give all the money and I will start all over again, like you said before. And then building teams and building businesses, it's something that requires work, days, night, energy, learning. What about masterminds?
Mastermind groups. Yeah, look, I think it's the same scenario. If you hang around with 5 negative people, you're going to be the 6th. If you hang around with 5 successful people, it's very likely you're going to be the 6th. So yeah, I'm well up for that. I've got a couple of people I've got some really close people that I sort of connect with. We've got WhatsApp groups set up, and we bounce ideas off each other. But yeah, I've probably got 2 groups that I'm in at the minute, with about 6 people in there that I'm happy with. And then with our training business, we have an academy group, which is a big mastermind. So yeah, I agree with that. Be around the right mindset, the right people, because there'll come that time where you need that, just a bit of advice, or you need that, you know, that second pair of eyes on it from somebody else who's a business person, not your friend who is not advising you from a business point of view. They're advising you from a position of they're your friend, and they might not have the relevant skills or experience to advise you from a business point of view. But if you're in a mastermind, you can go and get the right business advice from somebody that's going to hold you accountable and actually tell you you're doing it wrong if you are doing it wrong. Because there's no, look, it's very easy if you circulate with some friends, they're not going to want to offend you or upset you. So it's very easy for them just to say, yeah, you're doing great, Karina, you're doing great. It takes a real person to say, actually, Karina, no, you done that wrong.
To kick your ass and show the different perspective.
Yeah, show you a different way of doing things. And do you know, that's what I love about Blair Singer, because he'll kick your ass. and he can go from being like very loving and very caring to like not. And that's what's good about that's what a good trainer does.
Yes, you are right. Blair Singer is so powerful, so inspirational, and he kicks your ass. I mean, this year, you remember, it was his birthday. We all have the opportunity to attend his birthday, and he received a dedication, a song with a lyrics that were saying exactly what you said before. He kicks your ass.
Yeah.
And you move forward. There's no way he gives you the artifacts, he gives you the tools.
Yeah.
Alasdair, you've been in so many businesses, some of them successful, some of them not very successful. I'm sure you did a lot of mistakes on the way. And I would like, if you recall 1 or 2 or some events where that's been a mistake, a bad decision, or something happened, and what happened, and what lesson did you learn from that mistake?
Do you know, one of the biggest mistakes I made was trying to do everything myself. And this has been relevant.
Oh, say it again. Say it again. It's for me. Say it again.
One of the biggest mistakes, and it's been through most of my businesses, is I've always tried to do everything myself.
Oh, guys, I think it's for you too. We're learning how to work together. We're learning how to work.
Yeah, like I was so scared of giving power to members of my staff, because I had this mindset that if I want the job done properly, I have to do it. And I never used to empower my staff to do the job properly. And it comes from being burnt a few times. So there's a few times where I did empower staff to do stuff, and they like messed it up, they didn't do it properly. So I sort of tarred everyone with the same brush. Because one person done the job wrong, I was like, okay, fine. If I want it done, I'll do it properly. And then I never let them do anything. And as a result, it meant that I was just a busy fool. I was working every hour under the sun. My staff were running circles around me. They were taking the piss out of me. And all the difficult jobs I had to do myself. And what that meant was I wasn't actually a business person. You
were an employee in your own business.
Employee. I had a rope.
The most exploited.
I wasn't an entrepreneur. I was basically an employee that owned the business, but the business was controlling me, and it was a rope around my neck. But you have to learn to step back and actually delegate. And when you delegate, let them do it. Don't micromanage. Don't tell somebody, or don't ask one of your members of staff to go and do a job, and then you be in there trying to do it all for them, because that's not how management works. That's not how an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is somebody that invests in something and sits back and lets the business work while they work on the business, not in the business. And once I learned to actually work on my business, not in it, like it's great. I mean, one of my businesses, I mean, I can talk about numbers if you want, but like
please feel free.
One of my businesses employs 3 members of staff, is completely systemized. Like I have next to no involvement at all. My involvement is literally a WhatsApp message with my operations manager every other day or whatever. And it's normally a couple of voice notes. So I would say I probably spend not even 1 hour a week on that business. And that business makes on average 35 to 40,000 pounds every single month. And it is completely systemized. Like, because I've learned how to work on it from above, not in it. And I'm not involved in the day-to-day of the business. I couldn't even tell you who some of my customers are. And that's what a systemized business is. And therefore it means that I could jump on a plane and go away for 3 months. The business will still be standing and it will still be making money. Whereas all my other businesses, because I was so involved and so much, it had to be me, everything was about me, like the jobs were all me. Because of that, if I took 2 weeks off, I didn't earn any money. Like, that's why and all I was doing, I was running myself to the ground. All I was doing was I was putting myself in a position where my health went downhill and my whole life started to go downhill because I was working so hard. And listen, I'm not against hard work. I work very, very hard, but I also combine that with working smart. So when you learn to work smart, that's when you make serious money. And that's when you can step away, because like that's one business and I'm involved in 2 other businesses. So I've got 3 businesses in total, and I'm about to invest into another business. And they're all from a position of I only actively work in one of them, and that's the training business. I've got an investment business where I buy investment properties, and we do them up and then we sell them. Again, that's systemized. I don't do much there apart from sign documents and pay for stuff. My first business, which is a property sourcing business, again, that's systemized. I don't do much at all on that. And then I'm about to invest into a bricks and mortar conventional business. And again, I won't be doing anything in that. It's just money. I'll put money into it, money that I've made from all my other businesses. So I just reinvest. So yeah, I reinvest into business and also into further education. So.
Thank you, Alasdair. So the investment is important. Passive income is important. Smart working is really, really important in order for you to be able to escape for a few days or for a week or for 2 weeks, and the business runs by itself.
Yeah.
And, you said that you have to delegate and work on the business, not in the business. And at the beginning, at some point, you said something about code of honor, about rules. Yeah. I guess they are really, really important. Okay, you can delegate, you delegate, but the context, the rules, the way people work and are responsible for what they're doing is really, really important.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to have a code of honor, because you've got to have some sort of code that your members of staff stick to, and they actually agree to them. And whenever I have somebody come to work with me, we always have a sit down and we always talk about what do they want from the business and what do I want from them. So it's not always just about what do I want of them. I ask them a lot, and like, what do they want? One of the key things I'll say when it comes to employing people is like, look after your staff. Like, make sure you look after them, treat them very well, and just look after them. And like a prime example is at the minute, obviously we're in lockdown. I don't know what's been done in Romania for staff and things like that, but obviously in the UK we've got the furlough scheme where the government are helping contribute towards wages, but they're not paying all the wages. They're only paying up to 80%. But the way I see it is, it's not my members of staff's fault that they're not getting paid. So in my sourcing business, all of my staff have been paid the full wages. Like, they're getting everything, because like, they were there for me when we were making good money. The least I can do while I can, and while my business has got the money to do it, is keep them on their wages and not have to say to them, look, like, it's been quite a few months, like, we can't pay you, because that, to me, that's just not right. So like, always look after your staff, treat them how you want to be treated, and they'll stay for a long time, and pay them well. Like, don't underpay your staff, because they'll never be happy. You don't want I certainly don't want my staff worrying about not being able to pay their bills. I want my staff to know that they can live a life, they can live the life they choose, and they can earn good money while doing it, as long as they do what they've got to do.
Wow. This was a really, really powerful message, and about team and about leadership. Alasdair, it was such a pleasure to talk to you today. It was such a pleasure. I got so much value. I got your incredible energy. I don't know who is watching us here. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Ioana, Emmanuel, Adrian, Livia, Raluca, Miha, Liliana, Elena, Robert, oh, it's my nephew here, Claudia. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this. I hope you get a lot of value out of this, a lot of lessons. If you have a final message for us, and I'm waiting for you to invite us to one of your events. I know I was invited.
Yeah, you were.
I will come.
Yeah, look, firstly, thank you for having me on. I love speaking to like-minded entrepreneurs and helping wherever I can. And I just hope you found it useful. I genuinely love helping and giving back. Because I'm not in a position where I need to do things now to make money. Like, I do still need to make money, but I can give back, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't, because I know the power of it. I know certainly what education has done for me, and now the fact that I now educate and I speak on stage and help lots of people, honestly, it's such a great feeling. So yeah, thank you very much. All I'll say is, whatever you're doing, doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, just keep taking consistent steps every single day, a little habit every single day. There's no such thing as overnight success, but there is long-term success. So keep taking a step every single day. And it doesn't matter how big or how little that step is, as long as it's one step in front of what you've done yesterday, then you will get there. It's just a matter of when, not if. But you got to keep taking action. And that means educating. That means never giving up. That means not caring about what the skeptics, the negative, and the losers say. Just keep taking action, keep educating, and keep surrounding yourself around the like-minded people and learn from them. And don't be ashamed if you don't know something. Just say, look, you don't know what you don't know, so ask, and just ask for help. And if I can help, reach out, ask me. I'm here to help.
Oh, this is something many of us should learn. Ask for support, ask for help.
Yeah.
Say, I don't know how it's done, because somebody will be very happy to teach you, and then you will know. And this is another step in front, and another step, and another step, like you said, step after step after step. Keep going, surround yourself with like-minded people better than you. You will grow together with them, they will support you, and you will be amazed about the person you become and how many things you can do then. Can't wait to after this lockdown is finishing, and hope everybody's safe, and hope we will get back to a new normal, and we will handle it. I can't wait to see you guys, to see you and Russell, and I hope Sarah will listen to us, and to meet Tom in London. Can't wait. I really appreciate that you've been here. Really appreciate for everything you share with us. Guys, thank you very much for being here. And again, I am Corina Nikita. I am now from Millionaire Mindset Inspiration Romania, and this is a community of Romanian entrepreneur and business owner who wants to learn together, to grow together, and to work together, like-minded people. Let's support each other. Join our community. You can find Millionaire Mindset Inspiration on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on our website. And guys, Alasdair, all of you, thank you. Really grateful. Appreciate. See you soon. See you next time.
See ya. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you very much. Really appreciate.